We got some updates out of Blizzard today. We're going to go over all of that. Sins of the Horadrim. The brand new season is going to be starting on July 1st. I'm very excited. They dropped a brand new trailer. I haven't got to watch it yet. I wanted to hop on immediately, so we're going to watch this live. We're going to do that, and then as soon as we're done watching the trailer, we're going to go over everything that we're going to need here. We're going to talk about some of the cool things that we're hoping to see stick around when we get our patch notes on Friday, the 27th. That's when our next campfire chat's going to be. And then we're going to go over a little bit of what to do before you hop into the brand new season. If this is going to be your first transition from one season to the next, what to expect, how to do it, and how to prepare for it. So let's hop into the video here. So let's check this out here. Excited.
If you are reading this, I have fallen. This may be my last confession. I lied to you. To everyone. Astaroth's blood remains. Blood that I sealed away with Horadrim magic. Upon my death, the wards will weaken, and demons will swarm to Astaroth's blood like moths to the flame. But there is hope, Wanderer. I have left behind the device that will guide you toward these relics. Now, you hold the key. You must embrace the relic's power. You must protect Sanctuary.
Dante.
Did you think it was over?
I'm sorry that my sins have become yours, but now you must be the one to atone for them.
All right, couple things before we even hop into anything else. These trailers are getting even better. They're stepping up the graphics. This Sins of Horadrim, this right here, this is such a cool animation. We have a lot of stuff to go over, a lot of stuff to cover, and we're going to start with a graphic right here. Escalating Nightmare Dungeons, that's going to be the new thing. They're also going to be changing around the way that dungeons work. You can actually teleport from one Nightmare Dungeon to the next one after you've completed it. Super awesome. So they're going to be adding in Nightmare Dungeon affixes, brand new ones. One of them, really, really cool. I'll show you in just a second. It's a Goblin Dungeon. I know that Diablo 3 had their own version of this one, but coming to Diablo 4, this was really, really cool to do. Escalating Nightmare Dungeons, that's going to be a progressive of 3 Nightmare Dungeons combined into one. As you gain more affixes, it's kind of like going into the Infernal Hordes, where you get to choose your boons and your banes. As you get to the end of the dungeon, more affixes get added on to increase your rewards, but also to hurt you, so make it a little bit harder. We're hoping that we're going to see a little bit different scaling after the patch notes. I'm not too sure what we're going to see, but it felt all kind of like one tier, so it didn't really feel too much like Escalating, but I also didn't get to test it out on a character that didn't have any of the benefits of having the PTR, so we'll get to see what that looks like. The Horadrim Strong Rooms, those are going to be just randomly found throughout the Nightmare Dungeons. You can go in, that's where you're going to get a lot of the materials from what I gathered on the PTR to upgrade your powers. We're going to be able to face Astaroth. That's going to be at the very end of the Nightmare Dungeons. You got a quick little preview of the fight in there. It's actually a very, very cool fight. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but this was more along the ways that I would hope to see some boss fights. Instead of having just the immune phases, the way that they did this fight, I actually really, really like it. So we're going to be getting Dante. I'm pretty excited about that. For anybody that doesn't know the channel, hasn't watched any of the live streams, I have 3 French Bulldogs, and they are always in stream. So that's going to be very fun for me. I cannot wait to get Dante. So we saw a quick little preview there of all of the Horadrim powers being slotted in. On top of the Horadrim powers, we're also going to be getting the Horadrim jewels. This is where it looks like a lot of the damage numbers are going to come from. This is where some of the increases to dots or something like that is going to come. If you want to learn about it, I'll have in the description of the video another video about the Horadrim powers. You can watch that before we hop into the season if you want to get an edge up. As you saw in the Nightmare Dungeons, there are going to be a whole bunch of different relics around. You're going to be able to go through those relics, collect everything. We didn't actually have access to it on the PTR. Now we're actually going to get to see what it is because we don't know what any of the seasonal content is. We got to play all of the stuff that's being changed to the base game. So all of the Nightmare Dungeon changes and all the Escalating Dungeons and everything like that, that's all base game. It's going to go to anywhere. Eternal Realm, Seasonal Realm, all of it's going to be adjusted there. This is one of the builds that I hope make it through the patch notes. This was a teleport build. It didn't hit very hard, but the movement was very, very fast. If you put the build together right, you get the master working. This is going to be the best way to level up your Paragon. We did a whole bunch of different Nightmare Dungeons also. My favorite new affix, hands down, was the Goblin one. I killed 16 to 18 goblins in a single Nightmare Dungeon. It had a very low chance to drop, but it was really, really cool to see. So crafting Nightmare Dungeon sigils are going to be really, really important, and we'll have a leveling guide coming out very soon that's going to be exactly how you want to level in Season 9. Once we get the final patch notes, we'll get to see what they're going to do to the experience buffs that's going to be happening in the game. I don't know what's going to happen, but they have a brand new leveling system that we'll probably be seeing inside of the new season, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. Now, as everybody knows, Overpower is going to be getting a different feel to it in the new season. It still was very strong, and it still was in pretty much all of the builds that I put together. This is the Frenzy build that I had. This is a basic skill build. We were running really, really high level of the pits with really bad masterworking. Now, by really high, I mean we were doing about pit 80 to 85, and then if I get my masterworking up and running and I figure out the new combinations, we'll probably be able to get to 90, 95. Now, with the way that most of the builds were shaping up, 90 to 95, maybe to 100 is probably where a lot of the builds are going to end up sitting. So this was a very solid build, and we'll get to see exactly what the changes. I'm expecting them to pull back some of the nerfs that they did, and we're going to get to see a little bit more damage coming out of this build here. Super excited this. Now, we're going to talk about what's going to happen at the very end of the season, so let's hop into that. This is your very first season of Diablo 4, or maybe this is the first time that you've ventured into a seasonal character. What's going to happen to your seasonal character? That is a question that everybody asks. Your seasonal character, if you look right here, we have two different distinctions. We have your seasonal and you have your eternal. What we're going to do is that your seasonal character will now go from your seasonal realm to the eternal realm. When you log into the Eternal Realm, you're going to see a different setup for your stash. Now that stash, especially if this is going to be your second season that you're going into, something really important that if you do think you're going to go and play your Eternal character again, that you go and address. What it looks like is this right here. You have a withdrawal only section. All of your gear, all of your materials, all of your boss mats, everything that you have had on your seasonal character gets transferred to the Eternal Realm. Nothing transfers from one season to the next season except for your renown. All your boss mats, all of your gear, all of your Paragon, everything gets reset on the new season except for your renown. So it's very important to go do your renown. If you want to look at a full in-depth guide on how to do your renown, it'll be in the description of the video, or you can click on the link right here on the screen as well. It's going to be super important because when you start off the new season with your renown done, if you have the expansion pack, you have 12 skill points available to you immediately. If you don't have the expansion pack, you still have 10 skill points available. So it is definitely an important thing to get done. And then as soon as you hit level 60, if you have the expansion pack, you have 24 Paragon points. And if you don't have the expansion pack, you have 20 Paragon points that you can have available to you. If you don't have the expansion pack yet, and you're about to hop into the game in the new season, I am giving away 3 copies of it. All you have to do is click the link in the description of this video, go to Discord, and you can sign up there. It's going to be happening on the 27th, so we're just a couple days away. It is free to register, so make sure you hop in and you do that. So you got your stash all sorted out, you've done your renown. The next thing to do is to pick a leveling guide. I'm over here on my website, cliptis.com. If you go to the Diablo 4 videos here, you go down to the leveling guides. I'm going to have a leveling guide for each class every single season. This will be tied into this ultimate leveling guide right here. This is going to be a complete write-up. Now, the video explains all of it, and you can go through this write-up, and it's going to give you an exact path of how to update and how to level up your gear, your characters, whatever you're going to be doing to get you through the season. The link for the website will be in the description of the video. If you have never seen a build guide before, this is going to be the best way to get yourself set up and go out there and run. You do not actually have to follow a guide. You can come over here, let's say to Mobalytics, you can go to your build planner, and you can put your character in for Season 9 already ahead of time. It should be updating either today or tomorrow, and it should be ready to go. all of my builds on my profile here. You can go to, let's say, the Barbarian here, and then you can find the leveling guide right here. Inside of these leveling guides, we break it down by 1 to 25, 26 to 40, 41 to 60. That's going to give you a complete breakdown of each progression of the class. Now, let's say you want to put your skill points in. You can go to your skill tree here. If you maximize this, and then you click on the leveling path, it actually shows you down the side here each progression of when I put the points in at what level. The benefits of this is that you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can scroll down. You don't have to worry about pausing a video and then restarting it again. If you're watching a video on YouTube or something for a guide, you can actually just follow along with the planner here. Listen to the guide on YouTube for how the build works and how to put it together, but follow along with the planner because it's going to be super important and it's going to make it a lot easier. The same thing goes for the Paragon board. You can pull this up, you can open it up, and then you can actually look at a full Paragon board. You can see the glyphs, you can know where to put your points in. So the build planners are incredibly important. You want to make sure that you look at all your base stats. There's a lot of just really great information inside of all of these planners. So make sure that this is going to be something you pick out ahead of time, plan your routes. If you're going to be playing at the very launch of the season and you want to have a really fun challenge, we have a community event going on. It's a community race. You can do that through Discord as well. We're going to be racing to either Torment 1 or Torment 4. If you don't have a party yet, join us on Discord, let us know, and we'll pair you up with a whole bunch of people that are out there looking for groups as well. There's going to be some really great prizes for the top 4 teams that make it there, and you have a lot better chance at getting some prizes than you really think you do. I will be live as soon as the servers launch on the 1st of July. I'm very excited to go there as the Barbarian. We have a lot of really great builds. Basic skills are getting buffed. I would love it if you stopped by, let me know how you're going, see where we're at in the race, because I'm going to be racing myself. We're going to be racing to Torment 4. It's going to be a nice long day, but I'm very excited about it. We have a lot of events going on that are being run through Discord. If you're looking for a clan, you can absolutely hop in. We treat Discord as the clan. The in-game clans are a little full, but we should hopefully be seeing some room very soon. I'm very excited to hop into this with everybody and take on the Sins of Horadrim. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm live every night. I'd love it if you stopped by, said hi, theory crafted with me. Catch you on the clip side.